Hello and welcome on to this final game of this best of 5 here on the biggest map of the W3 Arena pool. We have Sonic spawning in as the yellow Night Elf player in the top left, and he will be facing off against Grubby, the green Orc player in the top right. So this has indeed gone in for a full 5-game series here. Both players sticking to their colors for 5 games in a row. I believe these are their respective favorite colors. Of course, some players have their own favorite colors as well. I think Singh also prefers green. I think it's Singh that prefers green. I don't exactly remember. I know Tho definitely loves to play purple. I think Seshi likes playing yellow. I think I don't know. Seshi hasn't played, or at least I haven't seen him play for such a long time, so I don't exactly remember his preferred color either. But yeah, it does become a struggle when you have players that don't show an obvious pattern. So yeah, those are the only players I can actually name on top of my head. So yeah, as you can see, not much else happened in this first minute because I'm talking about some garbage. Anyway, Demon Hunter coming out for Sonic and the Blade Master coming out for the for Grubby. So yeah, game 4 was not what I expected. I thought it was gonna go Grubby's way because he got some pretty lucky item drops. He got like plus 21 in terms of claws of attacks, and he got a command aura from the Warsong Battle Drums, or the Battle Drums, whatever. But yeah, he just lost. I guess he just couldn't keep up with the attrition battle with his opponent. But I don't know, honestly. Maybe he didn't get too many great shockwaves with his turn chieftain. It's very hard to judge that because I mean, like, it's won him games and it also lost him games, so it's a lot weirder. This game is going to actually have some differences here. Hunter's Soul placed down very early on for Sonic. Hasn't gone tier 2 just yet, but I imagine if he doesn't, he will go Huntresses. If he does, he will go Double Ancient of Law, which probably is a better choice for Twisted Meadows since it is so big. Double Ancient of Law probably better when it comes to long-lasting fights. Sonic is not going tier 2 just yet, so this might be entailing some Huntresses. But yeah, I wouldn't hold my breath just yet. It's just 3 minutes. Alright, Blade Master and the Demon Hunter fighting it out. Demon Hunter is kind of at a disadvantage here because the Blade Master no longer has any mana to burn. And of course we do have a couple of grunts on the side as well, so it's definitely foolhardy to try and go into combat against that kind of enemy. Okay, tier 2 has started, so no Huntresses at all. We are gonna, well, okay, we do have Huntresses, but it's gonna be a Huntress into Double Ancient of Law transition here. So yeah, like I said, Night Elf players, like I said in game 1, Night Elf players do tend to choose their preference between the two, but when it comes to factoring in the map, such as Twisted Meadows, players will tend to go Double Ancient of Laws, but I'm pretty sure Double Ancient of Wind does pretty well as in addition to that fact. Huntress is probably going to block the entrance maybe, I don't know. It seems like the Grunt is going to be the one that choose that option. Moonwell's not going to be utilized by the Demon Hunter, and this is going to be a bit of a struggle here from the Blade Master. Mana Burn should be able to quickly cancel out that healing salve. And more Moonwells are being constructed by those Wisps, so this is fairly good here for Sonic. Definitely one way he could win is to constantly kill his opponent's Blade Master. I don't know why he's letting the Blade Master heal up though, that's kind of a mistake. Huntress is, she has been sandwiched by the Grunt, but she does have the Shadow Meld available. Dust Barons is going to be used anyway, but we do have a second Huntress to block that entrance once again. The Blade Master still playing Ring Around the Rosie here, and he will most likely fall. Mana Burn should be enough to finish the job. Come on, Sonic, why don't you mana burn? Okay, never mind. Okay, Blade Master taking down for the first time this game. This does not entail good signs for Grubby. He has lost all the games where he lost his Blade Master. So hopefully he'll put up, you know, probably a better fight than those cases. But it's kind of hard since like half of your grunts are stuck in your opponent's base, and I mean the only thing you can do is just prolong the inevitable. You know, let's look at somewhere else. We have double bestiaries from Grubby, so we might have double wyverns here. Wyverns definitely could be a possibility for Grubby, as oh, it's still going to be double Ancient of Wind? It is still going to be double Ancient of Wind. Interesting. Like I said, double Ancient of Wind is still can be played on Twisted Meadows. The Hunter Soul's probably just there to provide the ability to make Huntresses, I guess. Keeper of the Grove as the second hero. It's definitely not going to do anything against those double wyverns. And I guess it's kind of to Sonic's fault for not scouting his opponent, confirming whether or not he's going to go the standard, or if he's going to go double wyverns as he is now. But yeah, Keeper of the Grove, he can't entangle flying units, I believe. Huntresses can't fight flying units. The only way he can actually deal with them is to make hippogriffs, which could be a possibility. I think he's just gonna train up druids instead. Yeah, he started out with adept training so far. It's gonna be disastrous. I will say that for a fact. Okay, the question is Grubby going to immediately go out and attack, or is he going to wait for a good number of Wind Riders before doing the deed? It seems like he's going to go immediately. I see the merits to that, I guess, but going as a group prevents your opponent from quickly adapting to the situation, and basically narrows the window of countering with hippogriffs. But he's gonna go straight away. Yep, and here we go. They are gonna go after the Ancient of Wonder, which I guess would be nice, but the wisps are, you know, the primary targets here for Grubby. You can see how much damage they actually do. In addition to that grunt, they should be able to attack, kill them off with one volley, now that we have more than enough wyverns out. Adept training druids, of course, still can turn into their crow forms, but they are extremely fragile nonetheless. They are unarmored, so piercing does extra to that. Sure, wyverns are also light armor as well, so they also take additional piercing, but it's not the same. I think they take 50% more, meanwhile the crows take 100% more, so that's kind of bad. 100 gets taken out here. Of course, the wyvern strategy is not really a finishing strategy, because it does allow Sonic enough time to react. He's just gonna go druids, though. That's very surprising to me. Interesting. He is gonna micro very well with his wyverns, though, which is always nice to see. Blade Master against Demon Hunter. It is level 3 versus level 2, but with the Blade Master's built-in kit to duel, it might be alright for that level disparity, but it doesn't look like it's going to be the case. He is going to retreat with his wyverns. It seems like a bunch of birds are, I guess, enough to deal with those wyverns there. Okay, not what I expected. I thought that was going to end up being a lot more action-packed, but maybe it'll be a lot more action-packed with a couple of Bat Riders to join in the army composition here. Wyverns do very well as a group because one volley should be able to kill most units, of course, unless it's a pure tank like a mountain giant or a bear. Wyverns should be fairly effective. and they're going right after the Druids of Talons as they do pose the most threat. Of course the Keeper might pose some threat as well, but yeah, I guess not. Bat Rider's here to sway any attempts of any crow forms, and this, I mean, this does not look good for Sonic. Despite looking like he was pushing his opponent away, it just allowed him to regroup and amass a bigger army. Alright, oh, Alchemist comes out as the third hero for Sonic. It is kind of difficult to try and deal with an air army with just a single hero, and let alone the Tavern hero. So Acid Bomb is going to be used. Of course they're not as squishy as you would think, but Acid Bomb will still deal the AoE damage. But probably not enough to actually finish the job here, so yeah, I'm surprised that Sonic didn't go Hippogriffs, but then again he could have been countered again with those Bat Riders. It's just, yeah, it's probably too late for him now, honestly. This is just a slow and agonizing defeat here. Coming in, Grubby is still pressuring. He's going into upkeep with his Wyverns. He still has peons in the Orc Burrow. I guess he's too focused on microing his air army, and should be able to get level 4 onto that Blade Master. It doesn't seem like a second hero is going to join the fray, as most of the supplies should be focused on building those Wyverns and Bat Riders. I'm not so sure how this army can actually deal with Grubby's, as I mean, he's doubled up. Grubby has double the food supply of his opponent. Acid Bomb, sure, it will try and deal some damage. It does reduce the armor of those units, I think, but I mean, a good micro will be able to make that Acid Bomb completely useless. Cyclone's being used on the Blade Master. You can see those air units falling quickly, but at the same time they are killing back those Night Elves at the simultaneously as well. A very good Acid Bomb to hit most of those units there, but is there enough follow-up to do so? Very good micro from Grubby. Sonic, unfortunately, he can try to micro, but the Wind Riders are so fast, especially with the speed scroll on as well. It's kind of hard to micro with that, and plus Wind Riders can hide above the trees. Sadly, Druids can't actually hide themselves. Poison will, or Acid will, finish the killing blow on one of those Wyverns there, giving level 2 to the Keeper. Thorn's Aura will be learnt as the second ability. Of course, it's only going to affect the Blade Master there. And this game has suddenly gone quiet. I think the best way to counter this would be Hippogriff Riders. Might be the reason why Sonic's going Ancient of War, but I don't know. I don't exactly know how to deal with Wyverns as a Night Elf player, to be frank. Yep, Alchemist is still pretty interesting. I would have expected a Panda. Pandas usually are picked to deal with flying machines, but in this case, it's going to be an Alchemist. Of course, you can't Acid Bomb flying machines, so I guess that might be the reasoning why I didn't go Panda, but yep. You can see how much of an effect it actually is doing. Grubby is going to pick up a Mud Golem for the slow. And still going to go Druids. Archers, sure, they do have Elune's Grace, which basically mitigates some of that piercing damage, but a single Ancient of War is not going to do it. Keeper gets taken out at level 2. Alchemist could be next. He does have a health pot though. He can toss out an Acid Bomb if he so wishes. Both the heroes do have Venom Orb, so they do have the ability of attacking air units. I think the Alchemist has innate anti-air anyway, unless that is the alternate form, I think. Demon Hunter gets taken down. That should be GG from Sonic. Okay, that was a pretty slow-paced game. It was definitely an agonizing defeat for Sonic, but yeah, Sonic was just holding on to hope in I guess trying to find an opportunity, but he did not, and that is going to be 3-2 series win to Grubby. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I don't know what else to cast, honestly. I'm kind of out of ideas. I'll keep my eye out on the W3 Arena replay section and see if there's anything eye-catching. Take care.